Super Attractors by Gabrielle Bernstein. When I think of super attractors, I think of people who are very skilled at attracting things into their lives. This goes back to the concept of manifesting, which I have kind of mixed feelings about personally, but some of those, or actually most of them, come from the culture around which it's based. Attractor means a person who attracts, but it's also a term actually in physics meaning a state or behavior toward which a dynamic system tends to evolve. But what is a super attractor? What is so special about this audiobook by self-proclaimed spirit junkie, Gabrielle Bernstein? Let's talk about it. Just so you guys know, there are affiliate links in the description. If you buy anything through those links, like maybe this book, then I get commission, which helps me build this channel and keep making these videos. You can also find this book and many others on my Amazon storefront, which I linked in the description as well. But welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam, and I want to make self-growth normal, because people shouldn't have to look this information up. It should just be mainstream knowledge. If you agree, then please make sure to smash that like button. This book is meant to share how to connect with a higher power. What I like about this and how she did it is that whether or not you have a spiritual belief system already in place, everyone has their own thing that they can connect with. And this is kind of what she caters to. It could be the universe, God, divine energy, ultimate power, I don't know. But it's something you have a relationship with that is greater than you. According to shame researcher Brene Brown, this is essentially the crux of spirituality itself. The author shares her own beliefs about spiritual guidance. The guides are wise, compassionate, and she said that they help in every area of your life. And they include angels, archangels, I didn't know those are two different things, your higher self, love of the universe, and family members and friends who have passed on. Also, she tells us to connect with them. That's where it seems a little bit, Chapter 1, the universe always delivers. Every thought you have is a message to the universe. You've probably heard that before. She explains why we receive things, but bear with me, it gets a little bit, I don't really know if you know what I mean by that, but I hope you do later in the review. She explains why we receive things we don't want and how we can turn that thing around. I forgot that the author has struggled with alcoholism. So a few things I really liked about this chapter, how she opened up about it, and also that you can tell she's practicing what she preaches by telling us what she learned instead of just bad decisions she's made and what they cost her. Chapter 2, it's good to feel good. It's good to feel good, isn't it? One of the biggest blocks to being a super attractor is our resistance to feeling good. We have learned to rely on fear as a way to protect ourselves, and this makes sense too. I mean, it's very instinctual and primal for human beings to do this. But this chapter makes feeling good a priority. You learn more here about her experiences with workaholism too. This book is incredibly personal, by the way. Way more personal than I thought it was going to be, but I still didn't feel like it was like too personal, like that it impeded on the process of just getting her point and advice across. A lot of the time when someone's going to like meetings and stuff, they'll sink their energy into other things that tend to be better for you, or at least less damaging than like alcohol or pills or something. It kind of reminds me of Mike from Jersey Shore. He rebranded himself as Big Daddy Sitch. And it may sound like a silly name. Not too many people actually know this about him. For so long he was the situation, and he struggled a lot with pills and coke and stuff like that for years. But you can tell years later, when they started Jersey Shore Family Vacation, that although he gave himself a new personal identity, he would eat. Like a lot. Like a lot. Seriously, watch the show. When they would go out to eat, he would order like 7 or 8 different things on the menu, and he would eat all of them. He poured all of that energy into other things too, like his relationships, his love life. He got married, they had a child as well, and eventually he started working out more and paying attention to his diet. But Mike Sorrentino is a total beast of a person, and he has a totally different demeanor and energy from the beginning of the original show Jersey Shore. The point is, he found a balance, and I hope you have a balance too. It just kind of came to mind with when she was talking about workaholism and how the, holism, it just kind of like translated from one thing to another. Chapter 3, there's more than enough to go around. This reminds me of abundance versus scarcity. There's the energy of lack causes us to vibrate at a lower frequency, repelling what we want and creating what we don't. You learn in this chapter about the need more mentality and how it keeps you from enjoying experiences along the way. Celebrate it when you see others get what you want. just celebrate it, okay? Don't even question it, just celebrate it. Protect your attracting power by doing this. Don't screw yourself, guys, please. What helps me is when I find out someone gets this and I want it but don't have it, I just react as if it happened to me and I were talking to myself. If you're a very selfish person, like at heart, like by nature, this is a really, really helpful thing to do. In my experience, at least, tell them that's amazing and they should be proud because you're sure a lot of work probably went into making it happen, even if someone else just gave it to them. Chapter 4, have fun along the way. Joy is the awesome power of fun and the ultimate creator of the most powerful human vibration we can embody. Calibrating your energy to the experience of joy can allow you to become, in a way, whatever you think about. Oh my gosh, this sounds like a superpower. I guess it is. The emotional scale is a list of commonly felt emotions from low to high in frequency. When you want to feel better than you do, this is a massive game changer of a tool. Once you stabilize at a new emotion, you've moved up the scale. Your energy follows your emotion and your attraction follows your energy. People really don't talk enough about like attraction. They talk about like energy and emotion, how they can, like their relationship with each other, but they don't really talk about attracting. Not attraction, but attracting and its relationship with those. At least that's what I find. People focus on when this unconsciously moves down the scale, saying, you know, my day just got worse and I'm in a negative spiral. This is called the Abraham Hicks Emotional Guidance Scale. Here's a little list of these emotions too. Feel free to pause it and take a look at them. Check this out the next time you're in a bad mood and see what you can do to bring yourself further up. It's pretty helpful. Chapter 5, Lift the Veil. This is about understanding and bringing up your true power, which comes from the energy of love and the vision of light. So this chapter tells you how to see in light and bring light with you wherever you go. This is where things get a little woo-woo fairyland. Okay, this is on some Dragon Tales level. Like if you're a 90s baby, you know what I'm talking about. I feel like only 90s babies make 90s babies jokes, especially in the 2020s when the 90s babies are making 20s babies. But that just begs the question, why is it woo-woo Dragon Tales, Sam? Seeing miracles in light, okay, it's just a next level concept. This is the type of stuff you might not even hear about in like an Eckhart Tolle book. I've accepted that the love within me reveals my light. I don't have to clear away the darkness. I just have to choose to see in light. I know you understand the difference between body identification and spirit identification on a soulful level, but on a worldly level, you'll resist it. To be told what you do not see is there sounds like insanity. Your faith lies in the darkness, not the light. What the hell? What the hell is she like talking about? I don't know. You really have to think about it for a sec. Chapter 6, Invisible Guidance is available to you. This chapter pushes the metaphysical envelope and invites you to open up new forms of guidance. This is where stuff just kind of gets a little out there, like angels, archangels, and lost loved ones. It's kind of obscure. Obscure might not even be the right word, but this is where it gets kind of obscure. Chapter 7, Do Less and Attract More. I think I struggle a lot with this, where fear takes over and it's sort of like an underlying motivator of what I do instead of love being the underlying motivator. Why can't it be both? I don't know. There can't be like a healthy relationship with fear. You learn about tuning in with prayer as well to connect with spirit guides. I have to admit, she kind of lost me a bit at that last chapter. Chapter 8, Taking Spiritually Aligned Action. By this chapter, the author says you will have undergone deep spiritual transformations vibrating at a super attractive frequency. I almost said super vibrator frequency. Ready to learn how to direct your powerful energy toward your desires. When you're spiritually aligned, listening to the voice of your inner wisdom and allowing the love of the universe to lead you, you're in a state of faith rather than fear. So you learn how to surrender and not control, and how to make sure your desire is serving and not self-serving at the expense of others. Chapter 9 is Appreciate and Appreciate More. By now it should be easier to just fully appreciate everything in your life. This dissolves all blocks to the presence of our power. She says to appreciate the abundance we do have. Appreciate the access you have to your body, having arms, legs, a mouth, ears, and literally anything that works. Appreciate access to the internet, a roof over your head, people in your life, having a job, or going to school. I don't think 95% of people in America appreciate these things, but probably 100% of people in America have access to at least one every day. And I'm sure 100% have at some point or points in their lives. Gratitude is a mental state, guys. Don't pretend it doesn't help with at least your mental health. Do you realize how much you have? Forget what you don't for just a second. Pause this if you have to. Open the Notes app on your phone or something and just write down everything you can think of for just 1 minute. I promise you will be in a different mood when you're done. Chapter 10, let the universe catch up with your dreams. Universal ketchup. No. The secret to attracting is surrendering your power to the highest good. This chapter teaches how to relax and enjoy the manifestation process. The story with the turkeys in the snow and the positive pregnancy test, it was just, I don't know, is it reaching? It's one of those things that just further prove that you get what you focus on. But you're not gonna get what she got by believing otherwise. You see one thing like a turkey, and you hear one thing like the word lily, and immediately you begin to see way more turkeys and hear more lilies and take them as like signs that you're gonna give birth to a baby boy until you see a nurse giving you a baby boy. I mean, the true miracle is having faith no matter what. Living with faith will help you feel safe, whole, and supported, even when you don't have what you think you need. Chapter 11, lastly, is unwavering faith in the universe. This chapter teaches how to see fear as a pathway back to love. Aligning our spiritual energy with faith is what can attract miracles. It was a gorgeous chapter, and I have to say the afterword about the birth of her son, Oliver, was pure gold, a true cherry on top. For the most part, I think Super Attractors successfully poses itself as a dance across the journey of going from fear to faith. It's a little strange in some ways compared to her other book that was really popular, The Universe Has Your Back. I mean, within all there as like reputably accessible as Gabrielle Bernstein, I wasn't expecting it to be as out there as it was, but her ability to carry her points, and not, by the way, out there, like there's nothing wrong with that, but her ability to carry her points, organize her thoughts, and include actionable advice on how to cultivate faith and relief rather than seeking solutions and results alone is more than enough to prevent someone from considering that a bad thing. Like I said, quotes, when you're in a negative place, high vibe thoughts won't resonate. They'll just feel false. There's nothing more attractive than someone who's having fun. Be thankful for getting up in the morning. Everything else is gravy. Direction 1. I recommend this book for anyone who wants a little bit of an unexpected and sort of different take on manifestation. Direction 2. If you like this book, check out A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle and Levels of Energy by Frederick Dodson. Oh my goodness, this book. Super Attractors, it was so high on that Dodson energy scale. Super Attractors by Gabrielle Bernstein. There's a link in the description if you guys want to check it out and read the reviews. That and all the other books I mentioned in this video if you want to check those out too. If there are any other books that you guys want me to check out and review, please let me know in the comments below. Also let me know if you checked out this book and you liked it. But hey, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, because I don't get why people watch this far into my videos and they don't subscribe. But if you have subscribed, then you want to turn it up just a notch and turn on that notification bell to get a notification whenever I drop new videos. That would mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You can find me everywhere, and we'll see you then.